that noise?
What was that noise? What's up, everybody? Badass Games. Welcome back to Metal Gear Solid. We just finished off Revolver Ocelot and we talked to President Baker, learned a bunch of information, and now we're about to go off and do some extra stuff. Before you leave, make sure you pick up all these extra SOCOM bullets if you didn't get them during the battle. We upgraded. We basically can carry more now. I believe we got an upgrade, but for the most part we got an upgrade for a lot of our stuff. We can carry more grenades, we can carry more C4 stun chaff grenades, so that's pretty cool. Like every single time we beat a boss, it's sort of like leveling up. These level cards actually mean something. We are level 2, so that's pretty cool. However, there are some times when you don't actually get the upgrades, so... Alright, there was a couple of items that I wasn't able to pick up before that I can now pick up because I have the room, and also the President Baker, before I step out of here, I want to mention that President Baker gave us some information on how to contact Meryl, which they say to look at the back of the CD case, so you kind of need the CD case to figure that one out. But I'm going to go ahead and call her. We're not going to sit here and listen to her talk because it takes forever, but the frequency is 140.15. And we need to call her because we need her to do something. I'm going to go ahead and just skip all this dialogue. It's very, very long. There's plenty of dialogue. So if you guys are interested in listening to this conversation, I have an annotation on the screen for you guys to click, and you can watch this conversation if you'd like. Look at all this stuff you got to go through. The most important thing that you can get out of this is that she's going to open up a cargo door for you in the tank hangar. There's a lot of extra stuff that's going on here. Yeah, she's going to open up a cargo door for us, so that's the reason why we need to call her. The cargo door requires a level 5 security pass, and Meryl has one, apparently. Alright, these guys right here, they just spawned after we killed the guy with Revolver Ocelot, and we can take them out with 4 shots from the SOCOM. They're actually pretty tough, so... there's some items in here that I wasn't able to pick up because of space consideration, but there is a new item that we can get if we go all the way over here to this side, right here. We got this part right here. Now, you don't want to take any steps further across those red beams because if you can either equip the thermal goggles, it'll show you that there are red lasers, and that'll get you caught, or you can also use the cigarettes, which is pretty cool too. Like, you can use cigarettes to illuminate the wires. But that takes away life, so it's recommended to use the thermal goggles for this part. However, the cigarettes are going to come in useful later, even in this video, and I'll show you that as well. Okay, so we got a new weapon. We got an assault rifle, the Famas. Probably a really cool weapon that I won't be using very much in this video, but eventually we'll get some use out of it, I'm sure. Alright, there's a guy coming down here. If you want ammo for a bunch of stuff, like if we look at the Famas, I only have 76 of 101. The best thing to do is to pick up the Famas before you kill any of these guards because you have a chance of dropping FamasAmmo and topping yourself off. I got lucky and I got it to drop for me, so that's good. Okay, so a couple of other things that I can pick up while I'm here. I pretty much got everything in that room. That room's done. Up in here in this thing, there's a couple of items that I wasn't able to pick up because of space considerations that I can now grab. And in fact, the chaff grenades we're going to need for a boss fight that's coming up here soon. So yeah, we just got a boss fight, but we're about to go into another one. There's also some SOCOM bullets up over here. So I'm pretty well rounded. I pretty much got everything topped off, I'd imagine. Let's go ahead and go to the elevator. That's all the items in here that I missed. So it looks like I'm pretty well stocked except for on C4. Let's go up to the first floor. There, by the time I get up there, Meryl should call back to let me know that the cargo door is open, that she opened it for us. And there she is. This conversation is also in the annotation. If you want to click that and hear the conversation, you can do that. Okay, so there's the cargo door opening. That's just around the corner here, but there's another item in here that we're gonna want to grab. And it's upstairs, but before I go do that, I'm gonna go in here and see if I can't, I guess I already have as much ammo as I need, so never mind, I don't need to go in there and kill anybody. What we want to do is we're going to go over here to this side again, like we did last time, and climb up these steps. Be careful of that camera. You could use a chaff grenade if you like, or you can just avoid it. Now this part's kind of tricky because now there's a guy, unlike last time in the last video, there's a guy up here, and you're running around on this platform that makes noise, so be very careful as you're traveling through here. If you can stop right about here, that's perfect, because he'll eventually come around that corner. You can off him. He only takes 2 shots. He's a very weak soldier, so... Oh, he saw me. That's a shame. Alright, let's go in here and try to hide. If I can. I doubt I'll be successful, but I could probably just... Oh, yeah, see, I'm gonna die, pretty much. They continue to spawn, so unless, I need to find a hiding spot if I want to get out of this. Let's go ahead and climb up here. This will get me free from... There we go. So, yeah, just make sure that doesn't happen. I got very unlucky. Now, when you beat the game, you do get ranked based on how well you did, which includes how many kills you got, which you want low. You don't want to kill anybody. You also want to complete the game fast. You don't ever want to get spotted. But, you know, in order to increase your rank, but all that's very, very difficult. So, I have strategies on how to get through this, and I'm going to cover all of that. So, it's going to happen in the extreme mode. I plan on getting the big boss ranking in the extreme mode. So we're going all the way with this, guys, just so that you know. Alright, let's make our way back down and finally go through that cargo door. Don't have to worry about getting caught. And, oh, I almost got caught just now. Okay, you may have noticed that there's a tank missing. Like, where's this tank at? Oh my gosh, this was here before. Well, it's gone. Where could it possibly have gone? Alright, so this is Meryl telling us about the lasers that are in this room. If we take a look, we'll notice that there are these red lines, just like we saw in that one room where the Famas was, which tells us that there's laser beams we gotta avoid. So what you can do is you can use the thermal goggles, okay? But the thing about the thermal goggles is that when you get to about midway, you get so many lines on the screen, it gets very confusing as to what is what. Like, I'm not sure which line is which. You can tell by which laser hits the ground, but to make it a little bit easier on you, use the cigarettes, because it illuminates the laser that's directly in front of you. Or at least the brighter one is the one that's directly in front of you, so you can easily make it through this without getting confused. Alright, now that we made it here, let's go ahead and leave. We're going to go out this bay door that requires a level 2 access card, which we have now. Alright, now when we come out here, we're going to get a call from somebody. You can press select to listen to this conversation. If you want to listen to this, you can watch this in the annotations. He's telling you about the mines that are right in front of you, and as well that there's also a tank that's about to ambush you. Now, these claymore mines are easily seen with the thermal goggles, or you can use the mine detector, and they'll show up on the minimap, but you don't get to see them where they're at right in front of you. It really doesn't matter which one you use. I prefer the thermal goggles, so we're going to use those. And we can pick these claymores up. If you crawl, you can walk around and pick these up. Now you're getting armed. They're arming you with the weapons they're trying to kill you with, which is good. Okay, we have all the claymores, except for one. There's another one over here. If we turn on the mine detector, you'll see that there's another one on the map there. So let's use a thermal goggle. You don't even need the thermal goggles to pick them up. As long as you're crawling in the general direction of these claymores, you'll pick them up. Okay, now we gotta fight a boss. Just approach out here in the middle, just run out in the center, and we will fight Raven.
You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's fight.
So for this fight, what you want to do is you want to grab a chaff grenade real quick and toss that thing. Now, you don't want to go running out there until it pops, otherwise you're going to get shot in the face with a tank shell. So wait for that thing to pop off and grab your grenades and then head out in this direction. This way the main tank gun can't pop any rounds into your face. The gunner will still be able to shoot you, but that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run up here and I'm going to toss the grenade directly into this thing real quick and run away. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stand here and wait for the other guy to come in, and then I'm just going to spam my grenade button, toss another one in there, and run away. If you can land the grenades fairly close to the tank gunner, then you do half the damage of the tank. You do that twice in a row and the fight is over.
Well, boss, I hope you are happy. He got the car.
Alright, so we made our way into the next area. We also got a level 3 card, so now we're on level 3, which is pretty cool. We got an upgrade for grenade carrying and a bunch of other stuff. We got SOCOM upgrade, Famas upgrade, so we can carry more stuff now. We can also carry 3 rations as opposed to 2, which is pretty cool for being on level 3. We also got a little bit of life increase. Now, before I continue in the Nuke building, which is where I'm at, I'm going to come back out here and pick up a bunch of stuff that's out here. There's a lot of items that you could use also for the fight if you run out. There's some grenades, and there's also some chaff grenades, like take those things. A little bit more about the fight, too, if you're looking for some more information. That tank can run you over, and it does minimal damage, actually. I'm surprised at how little damage you get taken from being ran over by a tank, but, you know, whatever. Grenades, chaff grenades, and ration all in this area for you if you need it. There are no other items in this area, so let's go ahead and head back into the Nuke building. Now, I'm full on rations, but if you need a ration, then you can go over here and climb this ramp. You see one down there at the very end. Then you can't look into the next section. Okay, now to get through this door, you simply crawl underneath it. We get a call from Campbell. Now, this conversation's pretty long, too. They're basically telling you you can't use your weapons in this area, and they programmed your nanomachines to prevent you from doing that, because if you shoot stuff, then you will probably leak plutonium and, yeah, die, which is bad. So, you can't use your weapons. They prevent you from doing that. Come on over here. They find some Famas bullets. And also, up over here, there's a couple of guys we can take out. You need to break their neck. If you're going to go for the neck break, you need to grab them from behind quickly. Otherwise, I mean, you don't want to get too close to them before you grab them. Otherwise, they might see you when you grab them, and it's a shame. There's also some Famas bullets underneath the steps. And then there's some SOCOM bullets. There's another guy down around there. There's nothing in the truck. We have some chaff grenades, and we also have some normal grenades down here in this corner. Now, the goal here is to go up these steps and take the elevator down into the next section. But be careful, because there's a guy patrolling. He's probably going to see me if I go any further. I'm going to have to wait. So I'm getting pretty caught up here. Oh, they're doing some patrolling. Waiting for how does that guy not see me? I don't understand it. Oh, it's ninja flip and then go, right? We need to go to this elevator. This is what we're looking for. And we want to go down to B1. Okay, you want to go to B1 first before you go to B2, because there's an item of importance here that we need. There's a couple of guys in here and a couple of other rooms you can explore, but the only place you need to go right now is into this room right here. We get the Nikita launcher, and plus we get some weapons for it, or some ammo for it, which is good. We can also use our guns now that we're out of that one area. Oh gosh. Alright, he's automatically aiming now. Yeah, he dropped some SOCOM bullets. We got some stun grenades over there in the corner as well. They'll be coming handy for a boss fight that we'll have in the next video. We also have some SOCOM bullets. There's a bunch of doors around here that you can't open. They all require higher level access cards, which we don't have. But we have the important thing, so we need to leave before this guard comes and sees me. Yeah, he almost saw me. We can shoot him up. Cool. Now that we have that done, let's go down to the basement. The second floor basement. Alright, one thing you can do if you want, you can stand on this wall, you can see, oh, there's Dr. Emmerich. Pretty cool. What you need to do now is you need to come to this door, requires a level 3 access card, and as you step into this room, we get this little cutscene that's going to show us something up with what's going down here. High voltage. We can't walk on this thing because the floor is electrified. It's a safety mechanism to prevent people from either coming or going, so yeah, we need to pretty much blow up that cabinet. We're also going to get a call from Deep Throat. He's going to tell us exactly what we need to do. I'm just going to skip through this conversation. He essentially tells you need to use a remote-controlled missile, which is what we needed the Nikita for. So we'll take out the Nikita, Bear in mind that we're also standing in gas and we are depleting an O2 gauge. Our oxygen gauge is depleting, so be quick about this. Shoot the rocket and then count 3 doors on the right before you move the rocket. You can slow it down by moving it, but as soon as you let go for a little while, it'll move. Now there's turrets in this room that will shoot at it, so be careful because they can shoot the rocket out, and you'll have to probably leave the room to get more oxygen to do this. But just shoot the rocket directly at the cabinet. The electricity will deplete from the floor and you're able to walk across it. Be quick because there is gas, you know, that we gotta worry about. What we want to do is find this door right here, or you can leave also if you want, and come back in here and have a full oxygen gauge if you'd like. I'm gonna chaff it up real quick and grab this gas mask. This is gonna make things a lot easier for us to move around in here. The problem with the gas mask is that you can't have the gas mask and the level 3 card equipped at the same time, so you need to continuously swap between the two in order to get wherever you're trying to go. Inside of here there's a ration. And let's go ahead and leave and get our oxygen back up to full. So you kind of got to continuously swap between the level 3 card and the gas mask in order to get to all the rooms that you want to go to. Now you don't need to go into any of these rooms. I'm going through the rooms to get all the items and show you where they're all at. So if you want to go the right way, you want to head to the right over here. Be careful of that turret. They will shoot at you. Alright, so let's chaff this up and then go into one of these rooms. Two of these rooms will open. Whoops, this is what I want. Don't forget to get your gas mask back on. We got C4 in here. Finally, we got a little bit more C4. And some more Nikita missiles. Okay, we only used one if you hit the thing the first try, but there's some more Nikita missiles in case you missed them. Alright, so let's avoid these cameras, put the gas mask on. There's some more items right here. We got chaff grenades and a ration. Let's chaff this up and then head all the way down to the bottom. Oops, I got hit. That's a shame. Head all the way down here to the bottom and head all the way to the right. We'll eventually come to this doorway that requires the access card. We don't need the gas mask anymore. And now we're going to get some pretty cool cutscenes too. These ones we'll watch because they're short and they're pretty cool.
It looks like they were cut by some type of blade. It's a ghost.
So we're dealing with a ghost here, apparently, according to that guy. Alright, let's go through this door. There's some cutscenes as soon as I enter through here that you guys can watch by the annotation that's in the upper left-hand corner.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
This guy wants you to fight him hand to hand. You can't use any pistols, otherwise he'll just deflect them with the sword. So just go up and punch him a couple times, and then he'll go put the sword away.
Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand. It is the basis of all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
One thing you can do is use the fact that he gets intimidated by you having a chaff grenade in your hand. So you can put one in your hand real quick, causes him to be like, oh my god, what's that? With the exclamation point, and then you can punch him in the face a couple more times. It's pretty much a free attack if you time it right. This fight is broken up into 4 stages. Once the sword's away, he's going to do some jumping, spin tactic moves to kind of impress you, but also to try to kick you in the face. So what you need to do is basically just dodge him for the most part. You can also toss a chaff grenade and it will disrupt his cyborg ninja-ness, and you can go in and land a couple attacks. But the thing is, you can only get one set of attacks in before he kneels down, and you can't really attack him. You still can't even use your pistols or drop a grenade or anything, so... Sometimes he doesn't see the chaff grenade because he's too busy flipping around, but if he stops, he'll definitely, you know, look for you and try to find and see if you have a chaff grenade in your hand, and then he'll run away.
That's good, Snake. Hurry up and catch me.
In the second phase, what he's going to do is he's going to jump around the room to try to hide from you. He's going to turn his stealth camouflage on. So what you got to do is use the thermal goggles to see him. Make sure that you land your attacks as soon as you find him, otherwise he's going to approach you and attack you, which isn't very cool. If you're using stereo headphones, then it makes it very easy to figure out where he went because you can hear him fall.
Like old times. I've been waiting for this pain.
So for the third phase, what he's going to do is he's going to approach you slowly and expect you to punch at him. And when you do punch at him, he's going to teleport to the side of you and then try to punch you as well. He may teleport twice, and if he does that, then what you should do is just keep running around until you know for a fact he's punching. And once he throws that punch, go in and start returning fire, and then leave again. And then try to land that punch to get him to teleport, and just continue to do this over and over again, and then we'll finally throw him into the fourth and final stage.
Do you remember, Snake? The feel of battle. The clashing of bone and sinew. That's good, Snake. Hurt me more. That's good, Snake.
He enters the fourth phase as soon as you bring his hit points down to 0, and you've got to hit him 3 more times, but you can use your gun, and I highly recommend you do because you're probably not going to land a fist punch on him while he's shocking the ground. So keep your distance and take your SOCOM out, and pop a shot off and wait for him to teleport around the room, then shoot him again, and do that 3 times, and that's the end of the fight. That is the end of this video. Thank you for watching my Metal Gear Solid walkthrough, and I'll see you guys next time on badassgamez. Take it easy.